Hi guys, Kayong here from Alpha Play. Welcome to another daily Forex Market outlook. Before I bring you to the chart, I would like to just talk about the hottest topic for today, alright, and that's the pound crash. Alright, so let me bring you to the chart and show you what happened during this morning. Right, so we can see during the Asian session we had about an 800 points drop uh, on the pound, alright, and then after that it pushes all the way back, alright, and this happened across all the pound pairs. And of course, if you look at the end, that move will be huge. It's about 850 points. Alright, so what I want to share with you is, as a retail trader, how do you protect yourself, from this event? Alright, there are two ways you can do about it. The first one is definitely to always have a stop loss when you trade. Alright, so just assuming that you're trading on pound, alright, and you do not have a stop loss, and this 800 points move, if you simply have a 10 times leverage on your account, you would have been experiencing a margin call this morning, alright, and definitely for traders who never put their stop loss and they bought into pound, most likely they would have margin called their account. Right, so the first thing that you can do is definitely always put a stop loss in all the trades that you take. Right, the other way you can protect yourself is to do what I call the intraday setups, which is something that this video every day I've been sharing with you guys. Alright, the watch list, those are all intraday ideas. Simply means when you enter a trade at the end of the trading session, depending on when your trading sessions end, you get out of the trade itself, meaning you don't hold any positions overnight when you sleep and such. So no matter what happens in the market, your capital is actually protected. Alright, so there are two general ways in which you can protect your capital from this incident itself. Alright, and just to talk a little bit, for those who actually sold into it, do not be too happy, alright, but great job that you actually profited from this move. But I would like to just share with you that if you didn't follow your plan, even though you make huge money from this particular trade, it's still a bad trade. Alright, so as a trader, you need to distinguish what is a good trade, what is a bad trade, and the outcome of it is actually independent on whether is it a good decision or the bad decision. Right, so just a little bit in terms of to share with you what happened this morning. But let's get back to business. Alright, so for today, Friday, which is the first week of the month, or most of you would have known, alright, that will be the NFP day. And because of NFP day, during the European session, highly unlikely market will move because most of the traders are just simply waiting for this data to come out. Alright, so if you look at it, NFP over here, right, is expected to print slightly better than the previous data, with average hourly earning coming in, expected to come in better than the previous one as well. Right, unemployment rate being unchanged. So the focus over here is we would like to see at least average hourly earning coming in minimum 0.2, with non-farm payroll meeting the expectation. Alright, so if we do get that, we might see some strength in the dollar after this release itself. And of course, if it's a surprise to the upside, we might see further strength. Alright, but if there's a mixed data, then it'll be very difficult to determine whether the strength will come in for the dollar or will we see a sell-off. Alright, but of course the other side is if they miss the estimates, alright, coming in at if average hourly coming in less than 0, that would be definitely a huge sell-off in the dollar. But anything that missed the estimate, we do see traders getting out from their positions in the dollar itself. Right, so this is something that you need to focus for tonight. So having said that, here are some key levels that I'm watching. We are already seeing some strength in the dollar across most of the majors as well. So this is something that you need to take note, because if the data for NFP and average hourly earning misses the estimate, we might see traders getting out of their position. Right, because what we are seeing right now is it seems that traders are pricing in that dollar might strength. So if the data come in negative or disappointed, that means it doesn't meet the estimates, we might certainly see some kind of rally on the euro dollar, or sell off in the US dollar itself. Alright, so having said that, we still spot those potential levels that we are eyeing, and then if trade, as in the price comes in, we might still take the particular trade itself. Right, so for euro dollar, the two levels that I'm looking out for right now is at 1.1155 and 1.1185. Right, if you look at Fibonacci is a confluence of previous structure over here with a 38.2 and price broke the previous minor trend line, and we are looking for a 61.8 retracement higher above as well, with some confluence of structure in the past as well. Alright, so this is two levels that I'm looking out for. I'm gonna skip all the pounds simply because of after that happened, we just give some time for the market to settle down. But what I'm expecting is just to share with you my personal to buy into pound, even though it's very low right now. In trading in the foreign exchange market, there's no such thing as, you know, it's already very low. It's definitely going to go up. There's no such thing as that. Right, so as of now, best advice I can give you is not to long pound. Right, dollar yen, we do see that rally as well coming in from dollar strength. So again, take note of NFP, but as of now, there's not much levels that I'm looking at for. The closest I'm looking at for is at 101.8, which is very far away. Highly unlikely this is gonna happen today. Alright, so that's why I never put it in. Aussie dollar, again very similar to most of the majors. Alright, we do see dollar strengthening. Price broke the minor trend line. Right, so two levels that we're looking out for again. One is at 7605, previous structure level. You can see confluence with a Fibonacci, and of course the higher level will be at 7640. Right, so this is actually a 61.8 retracement from the highest swing over here, which price broke the trend line to the bottom. Alright, so two key levels to watch out for Aussie dollar. Kiwi dollar, very similar. Right, strength in dollar again, we are looking for the 61.8 retracement coming in at a previous structure level. Right, that's at 7240. Okay, it's about 100 pips away, which we might see how it goes. Alright, because for price to move this 100 pips up, we might need a kind of a negative data from NFP or even the mixed data. Alright, but again, do not put your pending orders over here. Wait for a price action confirmation before you enter the trade. Aussie CAD, nothing much. Right, skipping that again. Euro yen, we did see a double top over here with some form of divergence. Alright, a huge one. And price broke below the neckline. So what we're waiting for is if a retracement up towards the 61.8 Fibonacci at 11585. We might look for a short opportunity to ride it. Alright, back to its previous structure over here. It's about 160 points. Alright, and of course it's still in an uptrend overall based on this time frame. Alright, so if you take this is definitely a counter trend. Alright, so you might want to book your profits earlier as well. Aussie Canadian, alright, this setup is still valid as shared from the previous few days. Alright, price broke the uptrend line. We're waiting for a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement back towards the 1.0050. Alright, for a potential short trade. Aussie Kiwi, nothing much. Basically, it's currently still in a very huge range. We might see one top, two top, three top. We might see the fourth top over here. And if price cannot break it, high chance it's going to go back towards its previous structure support over here at 1.058. But I'm not personally looking at this pair itself. Euro odd, similar. We have price breaking the downtrend line. And we are waiting for a 61.8 retracement back down at 1.4630. Alright, so if price comes down towards this level, we'll be looking for a long opportunity for it to ride back up. Euro Canadian, two key levels. One is very close to it already as we're recording this video. Right, and that's a basic, I would say 61.8 Fibonacci retracement with price breaking the previous minor downtrend line. Alright, to me, I'm not very comfortable with this level, so I do have another level lower at the 88.6, which is 1.4650. Right, I'd be more interested to look up for this area simply because if I look left, we do have some very good support level in the past as well. Right, not so much for this 61, but we might, okay, because we might still see this price respecting this level. So there's nothing that's 100% guaranteed in trading. So just always manage your risk accordingly. Kiwi Canadian, still the same thing that I'm looking out for as shared. Alright, is at the 50% basic uh, structure trade. Alright, price go move lower. Alright, from a new low, a lower high, and then a lower low. Right, so what we are waiting for is for price to retrace back towards its structure over here, confluence with a 50% Fibonacci. Right, at 0.95 even handle, and that's where I'll be looking for a short opportunity if price comes back up. Gold nothing much, and oil nothing much. Both are rallying very strong. If you're looking into index, DEX, I have no level, but S&P I have two levels that I'm looking out for. And again, S&P you need to take into NFP as well, because that's definitely gonna move the equities market. On the upper level, to look for a sell opportunity, it's at 2163. Alright, that's the key level that I'm looking out for. Not a major one, because we do have just some minor structure on at the left. At the bottom, I'm looking for a potential buy. Is at 2138. Alright, again, it's not a major one, but we do have some minor structure over here. Basically, I'm looking at the top of the range and the bottom of the range. Alright, so that's it for today. Not much as compared to the past few days, alright, but do take note that tonight we do have NFP, so always manage your risks accordingly. And I'll talk to you again in our weekend video. Alright, and moving forward next week, we'll continue doing this, and I'll see you soon.